Yo, we good, brothers? Yo, listen, check it out, man. It's your host, Nothing's Normal podcast. Spitanks, amen, say man. I got my good brother here, Shorts.
Yeah.
Man, let me just shake your hand, bro. This episode, it's a special episode for me, especially when I get into why I started the podcast, Nothing's Normal, I guess, in general. When it comes to It's Nothing Normal, this good brother right here, I've been knowing this guy a long time. And we spent, countless man hours just building. And one thing I noticed about him, especially, like, he has the ability to take himself out of his norm and kind of look through things from another lens. A lot of people don't have that ability. So I feel like, when with that mindset, nothing's normal, we all go into interacting with other people and realizing everybody's norm is not the same. It'll give us a better understanding of why people are the way they are, why we are the way we are, and how to compromise certain things so that we can successfully build it and move from point A to point B. Like, it don't gotta be, you might not merge with it, but at the same time, it'll give you a better understanding and not, turn a blind eye to it and have a nasty negative effect. So shout out to you once again.
My brother, appreciate you.
I want to start this off by props and praise. That's something I'm starting with my guests, just giving them their flowers and what I think of them as people and what impact they had on when it comes to the culture for me. When it comes to our generation and our era, this brother here, I think of a mogul. I'm a hip hop phenomenon, so I paid attention to the behind the musics and the Vibe magazines and the Source Awards, the Chris Lighties, the Diddy's. And this brother, he remind me of like one of them brothers when you just get back into entrepreneurship and being a kid and doing big dog shit, man.
That's love, real shit.
This gentleman here, he used to throw parties, and everybody who know me, like, I done been to every party in New York, like, that was popping. And I know, when you found out, shout out to the Cakey Clique, man. Mm-hmm. When you found out the Cakey Clique was having an event, you was going to the Galleria. If you ain't had no money, you was going down to Modell's to steal some shoes. You was stealing the fit. You was gonna get right. You was going in your pop's room, stealing his cologne. And
this was before camera phones and shit like that.
Before all that. God forbid, this shit was on footage, man. Like, a lot of families got started at his parties.
Yo, and we had the first latest in the joint. We had it on camera, but that shit is long gone.
Debate party, like there was certain events. Like, I never had
that was shout outs to the Goonies. That was Wills.
Them too, yeah. Mm-hmm. Even then, we gonna get into all of that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just how y'all, that campaign of just it was iconic for us. You know what I'm saying? And he. This little short motherfucker, he was white blazed out. He was heavy repping for his city. He did. Y'all got one of those, man. Y'all got one.
That's love, real shit.
So when I think of those things and different, I got a son now, and I would love for my son to walk in some of the steps he walked in. Like, as far as having his own, he had a car. He was always driving. Young nigga with a whip, Honda Civics. We was taking the bus, hopping cabs. So it just he played a pivotal role in my era as far as just like what it was like to be one of those. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
shit,
bro.
man, again.
One more time.
So with that being said, Shorts, ladies and gentlemen, I want him to shout out to him and Oakland Winthrop too, by the way, before we even dive into that. Barbershops and Billboards 3.
Yes, the third installment.
This features list is a story in itself for me. I don't even want to get into that right now because I'll be here rambling all day.
We did very good with that track list and those features.
We're going to touch on some of these names later on in the episode, but give him a little history on your music background, because that's obviously, you are a music artist.
Yes,
I can honestly say you're a full-time artist. That's not a hobby of yours. I can say that's a lifestyle for you.
Yeah, trying to really make it happen.
Let them know, a little bit of your background, who you are, how you got your name. Let them know. What's going on with you? So, who is Shorts?
Shorts on the check-in, man. White Plains, Black Vanity representative. Nothing else worked except work. Few of the things that I try to live by. Consistency. It's not only key, it's it's the lock as well. You get what I'm saying? So musically, my first EP, I released that in 2016. Been going ever since. I'm on project number 11. BOB3 makes project number 11.
Salute to that.
Appreciate it. And I just feel like if you would describe me as an artist, I just make real life relatable rap.
Right.
Word.
And I respect that because, you know, I can honestly say when I listen to your music, some events that you speak on, like I remember certain events that really took place in your life that could attest to those situations. There's no cap rap. You staying true to who you are.
I don't know.
So before we get more into your career, one thing if without me even knowing you, somebody who just follows you on social media, they could obviously tell you got a strong family presence. Like I could see you spend a lot of time with your there's some of your family members I would have never known if it wasn't for following you on the net. Like as far as some of your cousins, your mom, your aunt, your pops. Give us a background of, you know, family influence. What I obviously see by following you, your pops had a strong impact on your movements and your patterns, your habits, and your moms as well. So give us some history on your family structure and how that molded you into the individual you are, career-wise and life-wise.
So, my mom, let's start with her. She had me young, 17. So it was like, I would say growing up, or our dynamic is sort of kind of like brother, sister.
You can see that.
You get what I'm saying? It's like brother, sister more than
I can see that.
son and mother. You get what I'm saying? But I respect it. That's my mother. That's my old earth. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's helped with our dynamic because we're not that much different in age and kind of like era. You get what I'm saying? So
a lot of understanding there.
She put me on to a lot of shit like from fashion and all of that. Then as far as a village, like that's where her side of the family played a huge part and helped raise me. That's where you see my aunts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I see it.
My pops, he kind of came to the party late. You know what I'm saying? He was absent like the first 10 years of my life, but he made up for it like tremendously. Right. Yeah. When he came through, he liked to use the term 800-pound gorilla. You get what I'm saying? Like he came through and made shit work. You get what I'm saying? Like and one of the most important things he's instilled in my brother and myself is the working out lifestyle. Right. Like that has to be a part of your lifestyle if you want to change your life and if you want to succeed in life. These are some of the ingredients you need, and that shit is stuck with us, and I feel like we've benefited a lot from it. Right.
Okay. Shout out to that. Shout out to the parents, because you can see that in you. Like I could see somebody who was molded. You know what I'm saying? However they definition of what it was, I could tell. You know, they definitely shaped your ways.
A lot of hands on deck too. A lot of hands on deck, and that's necessary.
Right,
that's
absolutely.
Necessary.
It wasn't meant, because a lot of times I'm gonna take the conversation left a little bit when it comes to having church. See, because my family dynamic was the complete opposite of that. Okay. So, you know, I ain't really lived with my mom since I was 13. You know, she fell. I can't say she. Between the both of us, we was both young. She had me. She was 21. You know, Pops died when I was 5. Met him in college. Mom's is from up here, moved to Maryland. So it was rough. And now that I'm a father, I get a chance to see, like, it wasn't meant for just one. Because at the end of the day, a woman is meant to be a woman. A man is meant to be a man. A woman can't show a man how to be a man.
Hell no.
A man can't show a girl how to be a woman. It's just something that you can't. It don't work like that. So when you miss, you know, those things, certain things that's common for boys, you know, women might turn a crazy eye to that because they don't see it in girls. So
100%.
A man or woman, it brings that balance. So when I see that in you, I see, you know, certain steps where having all of those hands on deck, it helps you skip certain steps and certain walks of life, and it's a blessing. But to get back on track, musically, how'd you get into music?
I feel like, you know, the family, they've always played music around me and shit like that, but we don't got too many like artists or like creatives in the family like that. So I can't say it's like we have this family that's just full of creatives. like my aunt plays the violin or nothing. I don't got that type of story. You get what I'm saying? Like
right.
They was definitely playing music around, but I feel like my pops being in the music industry.
Right, that's what I was.
That's what it so the whole time like he like before he left hip hop he finished off as an executive producer. That was his title.
Right.
But before that, he was on some management shit, and that's kind of what was influencing me because I'm like,
could tell. Yeah,
I'm like, oh, you could. Oh, this is where it's at. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to rap. So, I tried to manage. But you have to be in a position to manage somebody. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't.
You still figuring it out?
I'm trying to figure it out. How I'm going to manage somebody else? Like, nah. I'm doing him and myself a disservice.
Absolutely.
So.
That's a skill in itself to even be able to do that.
You have to.
A lot of people accept roles that they're not ready to play.
Come on, you going to waste your time. You can't get that shit back, man.
You can't do that.
So, it's like. Tried the management thing, didn't work. Then it's like, there was another kind of like management opportunity that came about, but it ended up turning into like a partnership.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and I could say their names, like it went from Double, shout outs to Double. Then he's Nile in the town. You get what I'm saying? If you know, you know.
Yeah, that's a member.
he started me off, like showed me how to write my first 16. You get what I'm saying? But then that transpired to like. No more management situation there, him moving and relocating or whatever the case may be. Right. Started rocking with Michael Merlot.
Mm-hmm.
He off rip, he kinda like let me know, like, yo, bro, we're not doing no management shit. We can do the partnership shit though. Right. Like let's try to figure this out together. So let's do it. So while we trying to figure it out, I'm writing, I'm getting better because I'm fucking with him.
I remember those days.
So everything just started to point in that direction, like, yo, rap. Then this nigga talk about people relocating, he leaves, goes to the West. He like, yo, what you gonna do? Like, now it's really on, like, if you're gonna do it, this is the time you gotta do it, like, fully embrace it. So, that's how it started.
Okay. Like, now, I see, you've been around, just following you on social media, a lot of, the Locks and Jadakiss, Chic. How did you get in tune with them?
So shout outs to Big Nick, my brother, same sack. His step pops is Chic Luke. Right. You get what I'm saying? So that was like the vessel for everything.
Right.
From vacation to just building, then kids taking advantage of the car service situation.
Right. And okay. What's that situation? And
so the car service, my brother and I, we own the car service. We got about 4 trucks right now. Black truck travel. We do airport runs, night out on the town. Anything you want, just send the details through.
That's what's up. We gonna get you there.
Safe.
Point A to point Z.
Word.
Not point A to B, point A to Z.
You heard?
So that's dope, man. White Plains, man. When it comes to music, you a year older than me. So, like, if I know these things, I'm almost certain you know these things. White Plains, when you mention guys like Double, because when I think of White Plains hip-hop, I think of, and I never got a chance to meet him, but rest in peace, B.I.
Yo, come on, legend. And I'm not just saying legend because his name is Biscuit, B.I. No, that nigga was nice. I don't really like to, because niggas be trying to say niggas is nice.
You
because
pick the energy, right? We talked about B.I. It's different.
Nice. Right, I don't care what nobody say. And I wish, like, there was an age difference and, like, he passed, like, a while ago, like, when he passed young.
Right.
But I just wish I was able to rap with him. I wish, like, I just wish he was still alive, man. Like, for real, for real.
When you talk about that, like, we don't come from the internet era. We come from, it was a privilege if you had a computer to AOL dial up in it.
Real shit.
Like, you heard that sound, it was like, oh, wow, I got some, it's lit. So we come from DVDs. So I remember, Dungeon DVD, we was seeing that over on our end, so we probably catching it a little later than them, but we come from that school. I remember the legendary freestyle with B.I., Ace Dot.
On Ferris.
Yeah, on Ferris, D-Zone in the background, Low in the background. That was everything. We like, yo. Shit, that was real. And B.I. went crazy. There was rumors of him. I don't even know if him and Kiss spit together or if they had a battle. I don't know.
About, like, Bernie Mac was interested in signing him.
I heard Cam was on.
That shit was crazy.
I heard a few different rumors. B.I. So when you think of when I think of White Plains music, like that's one of the first things.
100%.
Then as far as you said, Double, like before I even got a chance to meet Double, we heard tracks of him. We hear the stories about his older brother rapping, Marley, you. This is what I think Onion.
Yep.
Rest in peace. You know, never got a chance, but this is musically the cloth that offspring people like you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You right after that,
Yes,
and I
sir.
feel like, you know, you represented it well. And,
Appreciate
you know, a lot of these names that I'm throwing out don't really get enough credit when it come to, like, White Plains hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? When we just talk about White Plains in general, like I said, I study this shit. I know some of these guys, and I know, you know, our culture, that was the word of mouth. Like, you had to be, you had to be there. You had to hear things through word of mouth organically. It wasn't none of that, oh, I'm going to go on YouTube and look him up, or he got this
what's the
Instagram
views
reel.
and all of that.
Nah. It was, if you was outside, I was hearing your name. And like
you was
I
gonna
said,
come up. You was gonna be mentioned.
Yeah, B.I. He was one of those, like, when you think about, like, just go to people who spit. Before we even dive into music, you know, you spent, you know, of course, us being young, our culture too, we heavy on sports. You had hoop dreams at one point.
Yeah, I was on some athlete shit.
You know what I'm saying?
for a
That's
second.
where it started. I think that's why I actually first no freaky, super duper, no laid eyes on you was like in an event like that, like some Ferris Avenue shit,
Okay.
or, you know, adolescent shit, you know, playing sports
Yeah,
and
niggas was
doing
definitely
those
hooping.
things, football.
But that was the cool shit to do
That
when we was coming
that
up.
was
Like
what it was. And like I said, that's why I give you so much credit, because that was the norm, you know. We was walking to each other's areas, playing ball, and then, you know, hey, y'all come, start throwing parties and shit. It was like, God damn, we trying to do a cool move for the bitches on the sideline and be like, yeah. And then these niggas go and start throwing parties. It was like, damn. So that was big. That was just big.
we was just trying to stay active at a young age, man.
Right. So, you know, you don't have any kids, right?
Nah, still no kids, man. Single as 4 quarters, just trying to figure it out, man.
Take your time.
Word. I'm not in no rush,
Take
man.
your time.
Time is ticking, and I have a little bit better of an understanding.
What it take?
Yeah, with that, but I'm not in no rush, man.
What it takes. So, another reason why I wanted to bring you on, you know, to touch on a few things, because I feel like our perspective is worth being heard.
100%.
You gotta, everything about you is just kind of unique, and shout out to your brother, even the way down to how you spell your name, like, it's just complex, it's just extra. It's like the typical, it's nothing, that's how you just know a motherfucker just got something going on with him. Like, he's not gonna have a typical mental, like, even the way you spell your name.
Real shit.
I want to talk to you about, you know, what the importance of energy is for you. And because to me, energy, I don't really like to touch on, like, religion and different things of that nature. Like, you know, I want to stay away from that. But, you know, energy is really a way of life. It's important. And I feel like energy is the best form of communication.
100%.
The energy is eventually going to tell you what words can't. You know, the words stop at a certain point. And I feel like you're a big energyologist, I could say.
Yeah.
I feel like that's you. So, you know, what's your take on just like energy and just energy in general? What are some things that come to mind when you think of energy?
So it's funny you bring this up. I was just having like this exchange with myself.
With yourself, Gemini.
Gemini. Yo, like, cause like you mentioned, like, I try to stay away from religion these days. The older I get,
right.
But it's like, energy to me comes from some source. You get what I'm saying? But I don't want to put a gender or like a race or anything like that on it. I just know energy comes from a source because it's infinite. You get what I'm saying? Energy, real see real. You get what I'm saying? You could step in a room and understand that, like, oh, shit might not be right over in that corner. You get what I'm saying? Energy gotta be real, because, like, when a person is no longer here, however you want to coin it, it's like their energy still is, though. You get what I'm saying? So that's just where I'm at with it. And every day I feel like is a moment, like, could be your last moment. So I try to take advantage of the now. I try to allow my energy to be felt in areas that matter most to me. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm just trying to, like, I'm trying to be remembered. You get what I'm saying? Like, as cliche as that might sound.
Everything in life is cliche. When you think about it,
but some people not trying to be remembered either, though.
Some people not. But when you just talk about like, and that's another, you know, we often as a culture, I feel like, and I don't know what the label is because I'm not with the black. Cause I'm brown, man. I'm not black.
Let's start right there.
He might be closer to black. I'm brown.
I'm definitely dark skinned.
I'm not tails is black.
This is black, this is brown. You know,
so I'm going to just say, like, I'm going to use culture when I speak of us. Mm-hmm. Culturally, you know, we often, we spend too much time criticizing. We spend a lot of time saying, oh, this person, because I'm getting a little bit of, a small fraction of it. A little bit of, you know, everybody got this and everybody got that. There was a time where everybody had weed on the block. That ain't stopped nobody from getting bud. Everybody got different weed. Everybody got different prices. Everybody got different flavors. Everything is different. So, you know, everybody got their own way of communicating, and everybody can't function up here. So somebody got to dumb this shit down for where we come from. You know what I'm saying? So we spend a lot of time. So, you know, when it comes to energy, I just feel like it can be manually altered, but it's hard to maintain.
Yes,
eventually it arises. It comes out.
You can't fake it.
It's just hard to fake.
Can't fake it because you try to fake it, it's telling.
You'll start looking crazy. Your body will start making movements, and body language is a real language too.
100%.
So, you know, when it comes to that, I can honestly say, man, you see me, I'm getting tongue-tied when it comes to energy. That's like my Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying? This is when I flip on the floor, I start talking in tongues and things of that nature. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, one thing I learned, it's going to find you, just like it found me. You know what I'm saying? Energy is going to find you. And then in life, period, you got to take the good with the bad. Right? I don't give a fuck. You can live the life of a nun, and bad things is gonna happen. That's a part of life. I don't think nothing was meant to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we gonna wrap it up. I want to say, we got to get into the project too. I'm a little, you know, I'm up top with it. But before we wrap it up, let's get into this barbershops and billboards 3.
Billboards and barbershops 3.
Billboards and barbershops. I said it backwards.
All good.
But
Same
look,
message.
For me, this just goes back to this just the features alone is special for me. Tony Mossberger, somebody who was a part of D Block back in like when I was coming up. Like I heard that name a lot. Like I know who that is. That's dope. 21 Grams, they from my neighborhood. They from my community. Corey Fluke, I've been knowing about him since the Twitter days. You know, Mount Vernon, Stunner Gang, knew this right here, rest in peace, Boogie.
Rest in peace, Boogie Nation.
Rest in paradise, my little bro, Boogie. This, yeah, I'm gonna have to get this a listen. Y'all get this a listen.
He ate too.
Give him, you know, how did this, first of all, how did you and Mr. Danny, that's what I know about, man. Y'all call him Oak Winthrop. That's Danny for me. You know, where y'all link up and how did that connection form?
We kind of linked up around the time where I was trying to figure out if I was going to go full-time. Like when Merlot had dipped, Oak was kind of like, we started like fucking with each other because he had kind of like started fucking with his team and he was trying to figure it out, so it all made sense. I like to refer to it as when KD joined the Warriors.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying?
Power did. Why not? Yeah, so, bring out talents and let's make something happen. Right, okay. And just run us through these features and, you know, how'd you connect with them? You know, do you know these people personally? Or was it strictly business? What was the process of that?
Damn near everybody on that project is family. Shout outs to all of the affiliates.
Shout out to Ag. I can't believe I just skipped, bro. That's my big one.
God, man.
Shout out to Carl. Shout out to Story.
Shout outs to Story.
My boy,
we never joined away. Like everybody, that's another thing we try to exemplify when we do these projects. Like, and this is a perfect area to discuss it in. But like, we try to we don't really talk about we real like we do it. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people like. Oh, they want to do this music shit, and oh, they want to get a mixtape done, and oh, they want to do it for the area, but it's like nobody's really doing that. And I think we've showcased it.
Absolutely.
By this being our third installment.
Right.
We got features on there from this one to the second one to the first one that people would probably never
ever hear about
or think they would even do a record together.
On the street level, these are some of my legends.
But yeah, we just trying to put it together and really like make it make sense, make people believe that bet on black. Like we can make this shit happen.
Right.
Like real talk. And we open arms policy though.
Absolutely.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like you
Shout
want
out
to come
to my
through
man Alex, man.
Word. Like let's get it.
Shout out to my favorite, one of my favorite white boys, Alex, man.
Greenleaf.
That's my boy. You know, don't crucify us, man. We just, we having our black moment. This right here, this is a lot of dopeness sprinkled on this. No freaky. Y'all take everything. This clip would be the one that gets sent around.
This the one that goes
viral. What's the dopeness?
Right?
And woo. Listen, man. This right here means a lot to me because I know a lot of backstories with these individuals that I'm not going to get into. But when we talk about our community, I just want to say this. As far as the urban community, we need to stop, man. That does sound cliche, and when I mean stop, that doesn't mean, because one thing about me, I'm not really an outstanding BLM type of guy. I'm I'm an individualist, so I don't give a fuck what color you are. If you genuine and I take a liking to you, and we can build. I'm not really with the pro-black because it seems like to us, and I'm gonna send this message to everybody.
It's segregation.
The pro-black thing is even an agenda with that. There's still a, like I said, Ali, my boy, but there's still a white man at the head of that campaign. You know what I'm saying? There's a brother getting hit off.
They still got us worried about the wrong things,
right?
Man.
And we can't be BLM until, us as parents, because I'm not really with gender-based offenses. I said this on episode 1. I feel like at this point, men and women is all doing the same shit. So at the end of the day, we can't be BLM until, no disrespect to nobody who ever lived that life, but as far as, the drug dealers and things of that nature, will ruin households. It's not BLM when the local drug dealer is serving his mom's crack, knowing she got, an infant, and she might be spending her infant meal money to get high.
Come on.
So at the end of the day, it's not BLM then. It's everybody's really worried about their household, because that couple dollars he got from her and his whole community, he gonna use on him and his campaign. I ain't mad at it, feed George.
Yeah.
But then we can't wait until, something happened with somebody else and scream BLM.
Can't be black when it's convenient.
We can't be black when it's convenient. You got absent parents.
Make it make sense. Yeah.
How we BLM, do Black Lives Matter when, these kids get abandoned by, fathers, mothers, it just don't make sense. So I'm not really a part of that campaign. I am for my people though.
100%.
100%. So I just want to leave our community with that. Let's really ask ourselves if we genuine when it come to these. I'm like to say these pushes, these viral global pushes, and it's bigger than a post for me. So
real talk.
Our community, we need something else to look at. We was coming up. I was looking at the gangsters, the local drug dealers, the sports players. I didn't really,
They didn't show us much different.
Nah.
They didn't show us the alternative.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, though, this needs to be said here. We ended that Greenberg White Plains
2011
turmoil.
Yeah, we played
for the generations though.
We played a huge part in that.
100%.
We linked up. I'm gonna say we was already cool before then, because me and him, I could count on one hand how many we exchanged words before.
Yeah,
ignorant words.
And I wasn't in the streets in the. That's not me.
No.
But I was around. I was outside, so it can't. I was from White Plains.
He was from White Plains. It was nigga what? Shout out to the whole campaign. Shout out to my nigga Shaw, Pete, Swain. It was them.
Yeah.
It was them. That's how I got introduced to them niggas, and I exchanged words with all of them. They was from where they was from. That's how it was back then. It wasn't even about being in the street. You from where you from.
Yeah,
they each got moments putting on for the Tigers, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? 100%. I'm a Falcon. They was Tigers, and they stood on that.
100%.
But I'm gonna say, like, we was building, way after that. But we definitely linked up. We got on the studio. We
made music together.
We made music. We made a song that kind of shook up.
Yeah.
Shook our areas up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Did a cypher.
And all that shit was
remix,
crazy,
ciphers. It really laid down a lot of the tension between those who matter, the factors.
Yes.
I got a saying, don't disturb the peace if you're not willing to participate in the war. And you get a lot of non-factors throwing they cut on it.
Real shit.
Anytime they see something dope, they want to step on it a little bit.
But when it's wartime.
But when it's wartime, then it's, y'all niggas is crazy, this, that, and the third, man. Niggas end up going to jail. I told them. Then they want to fuck you. It's just a whole cycle where we kill each other.
Yo, that's why that was perfect to bring it full circle, man.
That was a legendary moment. You was almost a weirdo if you ain't support that. I remember I went up to Ferris with I had the Aura t-shirts. Hey, it just, let everybody know everything was smooth.
Yeah, real shit. And it's the right people, like you said, it's the right figures.
It's the right people where it can be respected. It ain't somebody who just Brother Falam or MC Cheesesteak jumping out the sky talking about let's end the war.
Buford Lane, right?
Yeah, Buford Lane, Net Boulevard. These niggas don't be a part of nothing, but they want to hold a seminar and tell a motherfucker what they need to be doing. It's like, we leading by example.
Yes.
And I'm telling you from somebody, that done made a lot of wrong turns. It's not.
But that's why you got a dope perspective on life. You done been through some shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you got to continue to be who you are and give back like that. And when I say give back, this type of shit, your knowledge, your wisdom, and with the steel hand boxing.
Yeah, shout out to that
too. That's incredible. That's what our people need. That though. Our people need. Think about how many childless fathers, fatherless children there are, right? Yeah. So who's gonna be that role model that's gonna tell them how to put their dukes up?
Right, and I can tell them listen.
Or just be that role model in general. It don't gotta be a fighting thing. It's a discipline.
That's because even with a lot of boxing knowledge and principles you can use outside.
For life.
I'm gonna let y'all know. When my book come out, outside the. I ain't gonna let y'all know too much.
Do it, bro.
We on to a lot, but this was dope, brother.
Do that shit, bro.
I appreciate you. I wish you nothing but success.
Likewise.
We've been on the same path. When you're on the same path, that's why, with certain people, we talk about energies collide for a reason.
Yeah.
So that's my whole goal throughout the day, duck and dodge energies that serve me no purpose. So me and him, life is going to always cross us.
100%.
It's going to make us cross paths because we on the same type path. I might bump. I seen this man, he remind me of my grandfather. This nigga's just jogging. I'm at the Juneteenth parade, driving a truck. So I'm gonna always run into him. I might go to Fisher Park to get busy. He might just be leaving.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We here.
But it's the energies though. It's the energies and that ain't no coincidence.
That keep drawing us. So we just gotta keep doing what we doing. Letting these kids know it's cool to. Shout out to the EYL guys. I've been knowing them for years as far as, but that wasn't cool for us. Like it was like they alright. They when really those was the motherfuckers we should have gravitated
They the legends. They the big homies. Right. That's the OG. That's a great point. That's the OG big homie that this next generation needs to idolize.
Right. And if you don't respect it, I'm here to let you know it's cool. That's what we're doing right now. Stocks over blocks. Fuck that, all of that shit. We killing each other. We serving each other. We going to jail. We telling on each other. We joining, not we. Y'all joining gangs and doing all of this shit, getting caught up and then, taking your whole operation down. We playing for the wrong team, man.
Yeah. Don't even get involved in that shit.
Yeah, don't even just come back home, man. It's cool, man. Uncle Spencer gonna tell you it's cool, man. Cause y'all can't, a lot of y'all can't really tie my shoes. So, just drop the roses. You know what I'm saying? Just fall back. Hov do that. So hopefully you have to go through that. He told you that back in, 01. He told us that. So just chill. But this was dope, good brother.
Bro, I appreciate you. Much love.
Yo, till next time, we signing out, man. Yo, go get this, man. This ain't